Hi, I'm Deborah Daniel. I am a serial entrepreneur. I've been doing business and entrepreneurial stuff for the past 3 decades and have frankly had a lot of success doing it, but oftentimes have felt super that there must be an easier way. Um, it just the skills are there, the relationships are there, but why does it still feel so hard? And I think really meeting Simone was important, was kind of the missing link. I've done tons of coaching before. I coach other people. It's a lot easier to coach other people than it is yourself. But if you have like a problem that you don't even realize you have, that you've just had for your whole life, and you're just like, this is the way life is, you don't realize that there are people that don't struggle with some of the things that you struggle with and that you think are just normal, right? And that's the area that Simone has really helped me with. Is I've always, I mean, I would grew up in the 70s when, they didn't even talk about ADD or ADHD or whatever. You were just called the one that was too talkative, and she talks too much, and she makes great grades, and she's super sweet, super smart, but please, can you make her be quiet? They weren't handing out Ritalin to everyone back then. And so I just have grown up thinking this is the way things were. But when you do start having a little bit of clarity, when you do start realizing, when some of the supplements that she has recommended start working, and you start not feeling like you're on the hamster wheel 24/7, and you're like, literally, sometimes I think of myself from the little movie Finding Nemo, how they had the little jump off to, the east, the Australian little um waterway. I'm like, where's the exit ramp? I feel like I've been like that my whole life, because you're just constantly spinning, spinning, spinning. It makes life so much easier. But when you start having the clarity, when you start feeling better, when you start thinking differently, because you aren't feeling panicked all the time, the productivity just spikes. Not just that, the self kind of deprecation a little bit that you give yourself for why you're not getting stuff done fast enough, or, why am I not completing this, or why do I have 20 projects that are 98% done? In reality check, as a money person, nobody pays you for the 98% done projects. They only pay once you get it 100% done. And how much I beat myself up over that, and really just in a very few short conversations with Simone, I realized this is just the way my brain works. It's honestly, I feel like sometimes the ADHD has been a superpower for why I've gotten to where I've gotten to, but it's almost like if you had a bad knee and you kept going on it and going on it and going on it, finally it would hurt so much that it would keep you from getting stuff done, right? And that's kind of, I think, what happens if you don't address your issues with the ADHD. You can keep walking on your bad knee, but you're going to start going slower. You're going to start getting less done. That's kind of what happens when you don't address this. But if you get the knee replacement or the work with Simone, all of a sudden you're back at your old level of productivity. So I would suggest, if you do feel like some of the things that I've talked about, like you're not getting things done, that you have all the abilities, why is this not happening? And just get tired of kind of giving yourself a hard time, I think it's at least worth a conversation with her.